Yellowstone, the TV series. It concluded the 5th season, part 1, this summer, 2023, or springtime 2023. It's very interesting about John, the head owner of the Yellowstone Ranch, and years of his children growing up over the 5-part series, or well, actually, over the 5-season series. And it takes me a little while to understand brother and sister who can never stand each other, hate each other, and they're the ranch they live on. The John becomes governor of Montana, and he promised to raise sales tax on all foreigners, out-of-staters who come and own land, who don't show up for the land, absentee farmers, you might say, or ranch owners. Sales tax will double on them. Them being here will double on them if absentee landlords, the people from California, the environmental people are not exactly enjoyed in that thing. But he becomes governor because he's for the land. It's our land. We don't want you here. But of course, that's the tourist trade. What else is up there besides sheep and cattle? Mostly cattle. What's up there? And nothing. It's basically the thing. There's an Indian casino up there, which was great. But again, the tourists come and they gamble and they leave. Well, it seems like his son becomes lieutenant attorney general. And his idea was to bring modern world to streetlights to the city, you might say, And his thing is to expand the airport, put in hotel rooms, have them gamble at the casino, things like that, to bring added revenue, billions of dollars per year to the state. And his father says no to all of that. His father also says no to running a gas and oil pipeline through American Indian reservations. I don't know why they didn't go around it. And of course they're going to go right through a reservoir, American Indian reservoir with oil. Really? Why? That's what I would say is why? Why don't you go around it? Oh, because the other white farmers don't want that to happen. Ranchers don't want that to happen. It was to disrupt their life. But the whole thing is 5 seasons, the first part. Season number 5 is supposed to be a second part to it because it's long and extended. The problem with that is the writer's strike. What do you mean? The writer's strike happened. So that's not being filmed. And there may not be a finished 6th season, part 2, because of the writer's strike. And Kevin Costner has decided that after 5 years, he wants to do other cowboy movies, right? And kind of like that thing. Of course, there's that final plot as his livestock might be attacked by a disease that has been killing American buffalo. American buffalo roams with cattle. So he decides to pick them up and ship them out. His daughter wants to sell some of that to the beef market, online selling hamburgers, steaks. It says, well, you're getting $1.25 a pound for the cattle, and a steak costs $30 in the real world. Why don't we do it? Oh, well, McDonald's has their own farms. You know, they have their own potato farms. They have their own lettuce farms. They have their own, tomato farms, and they have their own wheat farms. And all that goes directly to McDonald's for their operation. And they, as I said, they have their own cattle farms. Many companies do that. They do have steakhouses who happen to own cattle on ranches, pre-bought. It's like having a Chinese happen to buy cotton grown in the United States. They just go in there and pre-buy the harvest of cotton. It's harvested and for a fixed price, well, how much it costs plus bonus and everything, whatever is needed for shipping. But Yellowstone is on season 5. They have a last disc. You have that they give synopsis of all the episodes on this, showing how the family fight among each other. And one of the things they did say is there's no GC in this thing, or computer-generated images on this thing. When you see somebody out there roping cattle or riding a horse, the actors are actually doing it. One of the things is that Kevin Costner said he wants all the actors, they can rope, they can shoot, but they have to ride a horse. Oh my, yes. And it was pretty well scripted, and they usually shoot with 3 cameras or 4. And they brought in singers and bands to play, which is, well. And of course, when they lay out a spread, it's a real spread. So, but it's a good movie, and 5 seasons, right? And as I said, season number 5 is 2 parts. And the next part is, does the cliffhanger, is any of his cattle infected? Maybe not. Or son and daughter thinks to save the ranch, they have to either kill each other. Do I know somebody here? Or is somebody there? As they said, there is the pit who gets rid of problems Yellowstone Ranch has. You know, it's like, well, you get to go to the farm this weekend. Ooh, resort? The old going to the farm. The old under Chicago. El Capone owned the farmland out somewhere. And one of his things was, let's bring him to the farm. And in this Yellowstone, they have the train station, which is a canyon, a deep gorge, where they take any of their problems and they throw it over into that gorge, which is, well, one way to get rid of your thing. But it says the writer's strike has delayed, and the actors and writer's strike have delayed season 6. There might be a sequel whenever they get done. Whenever the strike is over with, they can reshooting, and they can release this stuff. Well, the writers can't, nobody's going to beat union's cab, so that's what it is.